Hello and welcome to another episode of Humans in 5. We've both been very lucky to have had mentors in lots of different guises, but especially as academics. Whether it's a trusted colleague or your own graduate supervisor, having a mentor in the world of academia is important and in lots of ways necessary.
It's not news here on Humans in 5 that many industries don't have gender parity. Some have a larger number of men, others report a larger number of women. Academia is no exception. In 2009, the European Commission reported that PhD students across Europe included 60% men and 40% women. But when looking at full professor status, having a permanent job in a university, about 80% of these academics were men and 20% were women. The numbers haven't changed that much since 2009. In the UK in 2017, 45% of the academics working in higher education were women, with only 25 of the professors working across the UK being women.
This imbalance in the number of women getting to seniority has been called the sticky floor, referring to the fact that women who have the same level of experience as their male counterparts are not able to unstick themselves from the floor and move on to more senior positions within academia.
After plenty of talk and press releases on the subject, many universities decided to tackle this by increasing the number of female mentoring groups for academics. The idea behind this was that women would be able to learn from those who'd been able to secure more permanent positions, potentially replicating the steps from someone who had experiences with similar challenges in a way that maybe men hadn't gone through.
Researchers Alison Behe and Simone Dennis from Australian National University decided to look into whether mentoring groups focusing on women had a positive impact when it came to helping women progress in academic careers. They collected data on mentoring from 100 researchers working in institutions in the UK, Australia, Canada, and the USA. They asked researchers to fill out an extensive survey and to participate in an interview about mentoring, particularly as women working in academia.
The results from Behe and Dennis's study showed that, in many ways, mentoring networks involved women in senior positions, showing women in junior positions how to succeed in a system that ultimately favors career moves seen among men. One example they brought up is the way in which maternity leave is perceived.
Women can calculate the time and effort they could not put into research while pregnant or caring for their children. This is taken into account when their applications for research funding are considered. Now, that sounds like it ensures equity, but it reveals women have to explain the reasons for not producing as much as the standard male figure would. Instead of asking why women were compared against a male standard, mentors often gave advice about how to navigate the system.
Mentors explained to their mentees how to manage their maternity leave to make them look like they were outperforming men, rather than excusing themselves from doing research. Whether a woman was made to look worse or better than her male colleagues, she was still judged against a male standard that participants in Behe and Dennis's study rarely questioned.
This doesn't mean that we have to throw out the entire mentoring system. Both of us and many others have really benefited from having academic mentors who are women. But it does mean that the structure of promotion and evaluation in academia needs to be contextualized with gender role realities. This system has to be updated in a way that accounts for how women's work is dispersed within a department and outside of it. Until then, it looks like we'll just be running to catch up.
We hope this episode got you thinking about mentors in your life, and we'll see you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe!